Hello, welcome to another video. Today we will be going over the Year 5 Season 4.3 Designers Notes. This is usually where they buff and nerf operators, so let's take a look. Blah blah, designer notes. If we look at the win perspective, we can see Ashe, Zafia, and Ace are basically the best, most picked attackers, like usual. And if we look at defense, that's not even surprising at this point. We look at our ban rate, we can see Thatcher is still at the top, Blackbeard is behind him, and then there's Jackal, so top 3 most banned. And on defense, for I think the 5th time in a row, Mira is the most banned offender, next to Melusi, Valk, and Echo has gone way down because, well, they got nerfed to shit. And time for the part that everyone actually cares about, operator balancing. Reduce breaching round explosive damage to 2 meters to 3.5. It's going to be smaller. I mean, Ashe has a really big pick rate, so I can understand this. If we go to Buck, his shotgun ammo is going to be from 26, 26 in reserve to a 30 plus 1, and they're giving the hard breach charge instead of a claymore. This is obviously a buff because, well, claymores are useless, dude. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I will never bring a claymore because the majority of the time, what people are gonna do, they're gonna run out, they're gonna shoot the claymore first, and they're still gonna kill you. It's one of those things where you have to hope for the best that it actually works. But like with a hard breach charge, that thing, only time it will not work is if you have a Kaid, Bandit, or Mute on it. But like, it's super useful. Look at Echo. Reduce the drone jump cooldown from 2 seconds to 3. The animation is 0.5 instead of 2. And the cooldown, which is the charge up, is 16 seconds instead of 20. I think what they're doing is sort of like what they were doing to Glaz back in Year 4, is, they're going to nerf him to shit. And then they're going to slowly over time buff him to a sort of better state. Or in Glaz's case, the exact same state, but damage is already done. No. I don't really play Echo. He's sort of one of those characters where if you take one thing away from him, he's immediately bad. Because what made Echo good was the fact that the yokais were invisible, and because they're so big, they're easily noticeable. So when they're invisible, you couldn't see them, and that's what made it worked. And if you compare that to Valkyrie, Valk has the cams are small. Like, the cams are generally small compared to Echo, which is a really big yokai. So, like, again, he's one of those characters where if you take one thing away from him, he's going to be shit. I also think of that as Legion, where if you take away the cloaking of Legion, nobody's going to play Legion because everyone's going to see those goos and they're going to break him. So his gadget is going to be a lot more useless. That's also probably why Capkin has a lower pick rate and Frost have a lower pick rate compared to Legion when it comes to traps, is because their traps are visible. And because Legion's goo is, invisible, he's picked more often. And, if you compare that to Echo, same case, it's invisible. Oh, there he is right here. So, like, I think what's going to happen is in a year, they're just going to sort of revert it back. By revert it, I mean slowly buff to the point where, like, it's good, but it's not like before they nerfed it. Ella, removed resistance to concussion, removed the extra mine while in DBNO. Need some water. I think this is a good one. Like, I personally don't like Ella, and, well, she has a underpick too strong, but that doesn't excuse it. I personally have no opinion on this. I think what Siege is doing is they're getting rid of, like, hidden abilities that most people don't know about. Because Ella has an extra mine when she's injured. And it almost never works. Sort of like Withstand, where you use it, they're concussed, and then, like, she'll die after being injured. The majority of the time, whenever you injure someone, you're just going to immediately kill them. And especially on defense. The only character that doesn't immediately kill someone when they down them is Cav, and that's for interrogation. So you have to patch the intended moves on the hidden mechanics. That's actually pretty obvious. Kelly CRSX 300 base damage set to 122 and 100% damage till 25 meters. Then it falls to 80. Let me check this out. Yeah, if you go to Callie, she has a 97 base damage, but majority of the time, she's going to down you instantly. They're most likely buffing this because, again, if we look at her pick rate, it's underpicked too weak. Like all these characters, so they're just buffing her because, well, you look at that. I really have nothing to say about it. I think it's cool. I enjoy playing Callie from time to time. Snipers are fun because sniping is more of a flicking instead of aiming, and I can flick, but I can't aim, so that's cool. I think it'll be fun to play Callie a little more. Then they show this. I don't know. Water. Legion, remove the 1.5x scope from the T5. I think that's a good thing. Personally for me, I think if you're on defense and you're a 2 or 3 armor, the only time you should ever really have a 1.5 scope is if your gadget is active, like Doc, for example, instead of a passive gadget compared to Legion. Because the Legion, his is a set and forget, and you don't really need to worry about it. Compare this to Doc. You have to stay alive in order to use this gadget. So, I'm perfectly fine with the 1.5 getting removed. That's really it. Lion, added Claymore instead of the hard breach charge. Oops. I personally have nothing with Lion. I use the hard breach charge because it's useful. But I personally have no opinion on this. Lion is sort of a frustrating to play against operator. And I think with the Claymore, they're trying to make him like... Oh. Yeah. No, wait. Oh, he's just trading with a buck. Alright. Malusi. Remove the angled grip from the MP5. Good. I don't like Malusi. I don't think she needed the angled grip, because if you compare that to Oryx when he had the MP5, he needed the angled grip, because the majority of the time he'd be like going through walls, and you needed that fast ADS to take someone out. And I don't think Malusi needed the angled grip in the MP5, because her gadget's already strong, her secondaries are strong, and include that with an angled grip MP5, that was just a little too strong for my liking. I personally don't like Malusi and her MP5. Mira, remove the 1.5 scope from the Vector. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea why they even gave her a 1.5 scope in the first place. She's been the most banned operator since Pick and Ban, and they've done nothing to her besides add and remove a 1.5 scope. It makes no sense. I'm glad this is being removed. I think they should do more. Like, personally, I think she is everything. I believe they should at least take away her nitro cell. And if she's still the most picked, you might want to remove her shotgun. You know, that's Jurassic. But, like, consider the fact they took it from Mozzie, the shotgun from Mozzie. I wouldn't be surprised if they took the shotgun from Mira. Also, how much you bet they're going to remove Aruni's passive? Her punch is just going to be a regular hole instead of a rotate hole. How much you bet that? Because, like, Aruni kind of makes her completely useless. Zafia removed withstand. I don't care. Ballistic shields. Removed says here the camera penetration during the guard break animation. Gun bros. This is a mechanic how share quick during the guard break animation. And then the blah 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 blah. Okay, so they're like messing with the camera, I guess. I don't know. I don't play shields. Harbor charges reduce the turn time to 2 seconds and reduce the activation time to 5 seconds. They're just making it faster, buffing it, nice. Improved the recoil for the ARX, the C8 SFW, M1014, and TCSC12 for console. That's pretty cool. You know. Oh no. Okay. No. Wait. Following experimentation of the TS, we made a decision to set the idea of pre... Are you fucking serious? No. The community does not want this. I don't want this. Nobody wants pre-reinforced hatches because not only is this game extremely defender favored, this is a big waste of attacker utility. We've had pre-reinforced hatches experimented on the test server like 2 times, and they both got removed because, get this, the community hated it. It was not needed, and they're trying to bring it back. No. Please, for the love of God, do not bring this back. I don't want this in the game because defending is already easy enough that we don't need to make defending a lot easier by having pre-reinforced hatches. I mean, imagine going on Cafe and you literally have to bring a Habana just to break both hatches. And because you use 4, you only have 8 left to try and make a hole. And if you bring Thermite, there goes both of your hard breach charges. And that's not mentioning Kaid's Electro Claw, because then you're going to have to waste more utility. You're going to have to bring like a 0 or a Twitch to break that, and then you can break it. So that's just going to make Bar even harder to get to attack. Because Bar is already hard to attack. Like, there's two stairways, there's the hatches. That's it. No, please don't bring pre-reinforced hatches. That is such a bad idea. Oh wait, I have to actually read this. Following certification, we made to set aside the idea of pre-reinforcing active. Our initial objective of the idea was manufacturing noise and points, connections between active and vendors. We hope to make it less trivial for attackers to open these hatches and make it a many seconds, right? Okay, I'm just stupid, so I just went on a full-on rant thinking they were going to bring it back. And they're not going to bring it back. So, crisis averted. What else am I supposed to talk about? I already talked about all this, my opinion. And let's actually look at like some of the underpicked characters. I have this good idea for Finka. Because when you play Finka, there's one big problem with her gadget, is that if you use it, you squeeze your hand, your recoil is reduced, and you can't hear anything. So your muscle memory, absolutely gone. You're going to start aiming at someone's feet, and then you can't hear them. I believe they take away the recoil reduction, take away the large heart beating, and make the gadget last for like another second. Finka would be one of the best operators in the game. Just take both those out. Have her self-revive, because that makes sense. Like, you just have to squeeze your fist and you're back up. And that's it. All of a sudden, she's a way better operator, because Finka is useless. Only time I'd ever see Finka is if I'm rushing, or if I'm playing with people who are new at the game. That's how you make Finka good. If we look at... And, you know, I'm surprised they didn't nerf Thatcher. How would you nerf Thatcher? I was thinking... Hey, I don't know if this is a nerf or buff, but replace the 2X, put that on the AR-33, put the 1.5 in the L-85. I actually don't know how to nerf Thatcher. If they really had to, I think if they really had to, they would probably have to make him a 3 armor, cause powerful gadget, but he's a 3 armor. He's a thick boy now. You know, this is the same thing with Fuse, that Fuse is a 3 armor, but he is such a powerful gadget. And the same thing with the Gridlock. Gridlock post-plant, you're not going to get the diffuser. If they play their cards right, you're not getting the diffuser, and that's why she's a 3 armor. Well, she's also large, but I don't know. So in conclusion, what do I think these patch notes? I don't know. Good enough, I guess. I'm glad they're giving Buck some love because, like, before the frag grenades, he was basically a better Sludge. And I understand why they took the frag grenades away was because, well, he did Sledge's job better. Where Sledge gets gadgets, he does vertical better. And majority of the time, you're going to play vertical more, so I took the frag grenades away. But, you know, Heartbeat Charge. I will use the Heartbeat Charge because I never use Claymores. I'm going to go upload this and not edit it.